Hey everyone. So I was roaming around the thrift store looking for things I could resin, and I came across this obnoxiously large bag of confetti. And actually, if I'm being perfectly honest, this stuff kind of horrifies me because its final destination will probably be the landfill. But you know, I thought it's better to trap it in something like this than let it just roam free, right? So I thought we could do this two ways. One, I could just cram a bunch of it into the resin as much as I can, like Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. I'll put a link below. Or I could layer it. I could put on a clear layer, and we could sprinkle the color on top, and then probably cover that with black. And that'll make it just peek up from underneath. I have one around here. I'm going to get a picture and show you. I did something similar with just some cellophane. I figure we'll just do both. See what we can, see how much of the trash we can trap. And I encourage you to look around and use what you got, because on YouTube you'll see a lot of products being pimped out to you like you need them, and you really don't. Like, there's so much stuff you can use. Get some resin, get some molds, get some sticks, and then just look around, because there's so much. There's too much of this crap out in the world. So let's just trap the trash. Let's do it. I got some resin mixed up here. I don't really know how much of it I need. Got the confetti over here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I knew this stuff was going to be a problem. It's like lice. And look, it already fell into my turtle. Like right now, I just want to have a clear layer in the turtle, so let's get the lice out. Okay, so we're just going to get a little bit of a clear in there. Hopefully I've got enough. I should. I only want to bring it like right up to the rim. We need somewhere we can lay all the glitter and stuff, so let's get that in there. Get it, make sure there's no bubbles clinging to the edge. Alright, we're going to need a lot more than that. Oh god. It's sticking. I need like a spoon. I don't want to touch it. Okay, I just got another cup. Just something so I don't have to touch this stuff, because I don't want to freaking touch it. Alright. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh Lord, help us. A little pro tip with having a bunch of craft lice is to keep some slime on hand. I'm sure if you have a child in your orbit, you probably have access to some slime that's really good at grabbing all these little bits of stuff. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Now, if it's one thing I know from watching Michelle's channel, is that she'll put a lot of this kind of stuff in, and then when she dumps it in, it'll sink. And she'll be left with this clear layer, so I'm going to try to avoid that by how? Putting more in. We're just going to go for it. And you know, we can debate all day about whether or not resin pieces that people make will end up in the landfill. But I think ultimately they got a better chance than this type of stuff, which is just straight trash. What it looks like is like all the decorations and stuff that they don't sell at the Dollar Tree. Just grinds it all up and then resells it as confetti. And some idiot out there bought it. And then this idiot rebought it. It's getting real chunky. I wish I could ask my peers if they think it's enough or too much. Okay, it's kind of starting to just get, I wonder if one of them is bleeding. Like the dye might be running on one of them because it's taking on like a red hue, like really red, almost coppery. All right, let's Can you see? See how it's coming out red? Look at the red. Something in there is running. But I don't know. It's kind of cool, actually. So, hey. God. This is probably going to be a bubblicious nightmare. So I'm going to get in here and poke around before I completely fill it up. Oh, look at that crap poking out. Go most of the way and then put like black behind it. I don't know. Ugh. It's looking a little muddy. It's always important to remember that whenever you put stuff into resin that you're gonna, you know, add volume to it. So this is actually a way to save resin. And on the flip side, I could just dust this mold and pour some black into it and dump whatever garbage I want in here and it'll just disappear. Of course, that's no fun. Oh man, this is chunky. This is gonna take some time. You want me to go into time lapse? I think I should, huh? Okay, it's turtle time. A little. There we go. Oh Lord. Oh, so much lice. I very much dislike the little white bits. I think they kind of ruin it. Let's just go for it. I can't even. Who's even doing this? Nobody. That's who. Yeah, let's just go for it. What I want to do is keep it out of the little tail and out of the head and the feet. I think I want to do something different there. And I'll show you. Uno momento. Oh, I can't get out. I think what I might do is just drop some UV resin down on this to try to keep the floaters from floating. It should be enough, no? Let's get this out. Get that out. Okay. This should be good. Make sure we're covering the whole thing. And we'll just use a little UV resin to like lock it in there. So we don't get too many floaters. Okay, get in there. Get in there. Just want to make sure it's down in those little crevasses. Okay, that should be good. don't want any gaps. Okay. Just do one of these. And then I'm going to come back on here with just a regular layer of resin. I gotta figure out what I'm going to do with the feet and the head. Okay. Just let that settle. Let it find its way. Hopefully we don't have any bleeding or because I'm not gonna lie to you, the other ones we did, they look really reddy brown from what I can see at a glance. Hopefully they're more red than they are brown, but I don't know. Let's see. We'll find out. We will find out. Okay. Stand by. I'm gonna go mix up some resin. Over here, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this one up a little bit with UV resin. I didn't go all the way to the top with it. Obviously, if you watched the video, you saw it became quite a struggle to get it in there. So I trimmed off all the bits that were sticking up, and I'm just gonna fill in the gaps. So then we got a smooth bottom, because everybody likes a smooth bottom. Looks pretty good. I got the resin mixed up. Before I get into that, I want to show you how I think I'm going to take this magazine cover, sorry Ranger Rick, and we're going to cut little shapes and put it for the fins and the head. Flappers. Yeah. I want to stay on the theme of, you know, reusing stuff that you've already got. I think I mentioned in another video that I keep my resin on a like antiquated food dehydrator, you know, the big round ones, because they're basically just a warm fan, and they have all of these heating mats and stuff you can buy to cure your resin or to keep your bottles warm or whatever. Like just use what you've got. You just need to mind the temperatures, because resin shouldn't get crazy hot. It should get to be about 100 or so degrees at its hottest, and if it gets hotter than that, then you run the risk of flash curing or even starting a fire, you know. I don't know if you've ever seen resin boil and smoke, but I have. Okay, we're just gonna go real slow, because I don't want to come up over the little headsy. Get in there. Oh, I might not have any choice, but I don't want that stuff to drift. Okay. Well, look, I know I don't need a whole lot of this in here. It's mostly just to lock it down. We can always come in with another layer and cover it up. Looks like we're going into the head. I'm debating whether or not to add like a clear layer and then come back in with the decals or the cutouts. And I think I'll just probably have to push the glitter out, because the glitter's going to drift. Just put a little layer. I'm like priming it, you know. Hopefully that works. Hopefully the glitter stays put. Just get it coated in there. Alright. I think I'm just going to leave this. And I'm going to monitor it to make sure we don't have any strays trying to drift. I think the UV resin got it pretty locked down. That was a good call to do that. I really don't want any of that up in here. I really want all that glitter lice to be buried. It looks so pretty like this, although I don't love the white. I feel like the white's kind of ruining it a little bit. Oh, look. We've got some floaters. Hey, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen. But you know, there's only so much you can do to control this stuff. That one seems stuck there. Okay, get out. Get out. You will remove yourself. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. Get out of there. Hopefully it's getting up underneath. It kind of like formed a little bit of a skin when I put the UV resin on that whole glitter layer. So I need to make sure that the resin's seeping underneath that. It should, though. Let's give it a little boppity pop. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna let that cure up. I'll put it on the food dehydrator, speed things up. Hopefully it doesn't run, or not run, but bleed like the others did. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so it helps to take a piece if you've already got it to like draw a pattern or a template for your little guys. Oh, shoot. Oh crap, because we're gonna cut around the inside, not so we won't even see the line. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to pour in the black layer of resin to finish this off. Before we get to that, I want to show you some pendants I made. I made these with just UV resin. This is one where, see that glitter that's in there? Or mica? I don't know. It was in some makeup, weird eyeshadow that I had that dried up, and I just added alcohol into it and dumped it in. You know, like Claire says, just chuck it all in. I'm actually going to use these in a candy dish that I'm making soon. If you look around the YouTube, lots of people do videos about sourcing your pigments from different places and things. Like I'm using black pigment paste, but before I had any of it, I always used black paint, like charcoal paint from the Dollar Tree. And you have to test that out, like with, you know, your own resin that you're using, but I've never really had a problem with it. I lost it. I don't know what happened there. Now I know I have some gaps in between, like right here on the edges of the flippers and stuff where I just didn't cut it good. It helps to use a good pair of scissors, which I did not. We don't know her. Man, that was a long one. Maybe not for you, but for me, this has been a long one. So just ahead of time, I put some alcohol down the side just to help it release the suction. I was a little worried about this one because I've never done the, you know, the paper thing where you put paper in. I'm just going to flip it over and do it like this because it's easier. And be careful, those little flippers are still kind of bendy. Wow, look. Oh, that's cool. Shoot. That's really pretty. Let me see how the, see if we can come up a little closer. See how the glitter's like underneath. It's not, it didn't sink, you know. Had a couple little weird gaps right here in the fin, but luckily the black pigment came in for the save. The head's a little strange, but I don't even care. Who cares? Do you care? I'm not sold on the pink. The pink's clearly dominant. I'm guessing that it ran a little bit, or that it bled. But hey, pink's all right. All right, let's put this guy over here. Maybe I can keep him in frame. It was a little tricky to unmold. I'm probably gonna come back in and cover this guy with some UV resin, but I really can't do that until it's out. Oh, geez, did I already rip my glove? That's fun. Be careful, people. Resin is sharp. I'm gonna have to come trim up these tentacles. I really tried to keep it from overflowing, but there was just no stopping it with all this stuff in it. But that's alright. It's easy enough to clean up. Big old chunk of purple right there. Okay, wow. That's something. That is definitely something. At least it didn't come out brown. I thought we were going to get a brown octopus. It's actually pretty sparkly. I'm going to take him out into the... I might paint his little eyes. Give him some octopus eyes. I'll take him out in the sun in a little bit. And then, bonus. We've got a bonus. Because, you know, there's always leftover resin. This one I'm expecting to have a lot of bubbles in because once I got it into here, it was so thick that I was having to smush the edges to try to get it in, and it just wasn't happening. So, yeah, it's definitely some pits. Who cares? It still works. Wow. That is a lot of glitter. It's actually pretty nice. Hey, they all match. It's a set. I'm gonna get these outside, take some pictures. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.